My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go in with the Ironclad. Let's go! Choose a curse for a rare relic? Alright, let's go for that. We got a curse and increase our maximum HP by 14. I don't know if I like that. 3 question marks, a boss. It's the only one here that has a boss early. But this is on a separate path entirely, so that's effectively the same. And then this allows me to choose another boss. So this is their second boss. Or second boss here. Second bonfire, second bonfire. Second bonfire, second bonfire. Yeah, but this one gets me more question marks. Okay, so it's it starts here, and then I curl up there. I mean, I don't like having the injury in my deck, especially because... Okay, if my first card is an attack, I'm going to be sad about it. Boom. Okay, my first card was an attack. Great, I'm sad. Because that means that injury prevented me from doing maximum damage on the first and second turns there. Ouch. I was never going to be able to do 19 damage in one turn, so instead I've set myself up to be able to kill it next. Nope, can't kill it next turn. There's a fucking injury in my hand. Strike was the last card. Alright, I need to get rid of that ASAP. Having a lot more of an effect when you only have 10 cards. Well, 11, and it's one of them. Feed. Definitely feed. Let's build that max HP pool. Let's go. We'll take that. I think we lose No, we'll lose 18 health here. Because we're still on 70, and 70 versus the original starting total of 80. It's pretty good. I'm going to keep feed and try and use it for lethal here. Obviously, as often as I can, I will have that as what I do. Is Bash my first card? Yeah, it was. Okay. So I got screwed over last turn as well. I mean, I can't just double block because I wouldn't have gotten through the armor with a final hit, so I had to triple block there. That should have been a triple strike. Would have killed. The thing is, I'm going to compensate by saying I know feed was the last card in my deck. So I was really just playing to get that max HP. Although, just so you know, that's a lie. That's not at all what was happening. I fucked up. As much as I want finesse, I need to remove injury. And also, it's worth noting, I've got 2 cards in my deck that are way more powerful when they're way more prevalent. Like, when you can play them more often. The thinner my deck and the fact that I have a rampage in it, the better I'm going to be against bosses. Elites, let's call them, rather. Just because the fights tend to go pretty long against elites. And I will be able to play it multiple times. And every single time I play it, it upgrades its damage. I should also probably upgrade both elite and feed pretty soon. Okay. Thank you for not drawing feed. 10, but I'm going to be weakened. But I'm probably going to get a strike in the same hand as feed. Okay, I'll use a block here. Next turn's probably going to be strike feed. Hopefully I draw feed in this hand, right? So I'm going to take 2 damage here, but I will be able to feed next turn. Get him! Get that max HP. Headbutt's actually pretty good when you have a rampage in your deck, and we do. Because you just play rampage and then headbutt it back to the top of your hand. I want offense, so I'm gonna make sure that I use my strikes before I headbutt there, so I get it back to the top of my deck. Okay. Good final hand. If I draw a Headbutt as my final card, I'm real pleased. I didn't. Okay. Ah, it's a big hitter. I've got a Headbutt, so I get to put a feed back on top of my deck. And then feed kills next turn with any of those strikes. So I'm actually just going to double defend. Because those double defenses are going to protect me from more damage than they cause me to take. I got 10 defense there. My opponent got 6 attack. Alright, now I get to strike feed. Whew! Merchant no longer runs out of cards, relics, or potions. I've rarely found that useful. I actually don't like any of these enough to take them. Although I probably should take Cleave. Yeah, I need some AoE in my deck eventually. Yeah, here's a great example why. Okay. Yeah, I'm weakened. Yeah, I'm weakened. Hey! No hitting! That with double block. Yeah. Next hand's pretty good for it. Alright, take 5 damage, but I got to upgrade my max HP. Pretty good. And also I heal over the course of that fight, actually 1 damage. Fire breathing? Headbutt? Might be Headbutt. Make this deck Headbutts and Rampages? Could be good. As long as I play the Rampage before the Headbutt, that's perfectly fine. So that's 19 HP, so I can't actually remove you using Bash Strike. Alright. It's the only way that I prevented a significant amount of that incoming damage. Hopefully next hand has something and then feed. Yeah. Okay, cleave feed. Alright. This is working really well. Metallicize is really good. I haven't got enough card draw in my deck to use Bloodletting. Yeah, it's gonna be Metallicize here. Thread and Needle. Fuck yes. Alright, Metallicize and Thread and Needle means I'm going to have 8 armor at the end of all my turns. 9 when I upgrade Metallicize. And then if I also get Orichalcum, that's 15 armor for doing nothing. Right, let's Smith. I do need to upgrade Rampage, but I'm going to upgrade Metallicize. Because Metallicize is really important to upgrade early as well. Built for Fire Spirits. Alright, so they'll heal me if I give them a rare card. If I give them a legendary card, they'll increase my maximum HP and heal me to full. But really, at the moment, I think I just use this to remove a card from my deck. And I'm going to remove a strike. If you give them a card of a low tier, they take it and just hate you. That's fine. Used to it. Should probably use my strength in this fight. Okay, 8 and 11. I can get someone down to the point that a firebomb will kill them. This is going to save me a lot of HP in the long run. So now I've got a strike and a headbutt on top of my deck. Okay. Yeah, I do need to play both of these before I can feed, right? It's unfortunate, but I do. Alright, good feed, good feed. Final boss shouldn't be too much of a problem. Right, Rampage, and then we headbutt and we put Rampage back on top of our deck, and that's the strat. That's the whole idea. It's going to be a lot more impressive when Rampage is upgraded, because then it upgrades its damage by 8 every single time you play it. This could be a strength build. It's not, but it could be. It's much more likely to be a double tap build. I can't see where we get a turn to slow down and put that strength on. Alright. I need to armor up so that my opponent doesn't start removing my plated armor. Plated armor, you lose... whenever you lose HP from an opponent's attack, you lose 1 plated armor, and I don't want to lose any of mine. Not if I can still avoid it. Alright, let's throw the Rampage back to the top of my deck. Unfortunately, I'm entangled. I forgot that my slaver friend here was going to be entangling me. So, I actually just want to play, like... Ouch. 1 block there. All it would have taken to keep me safe. Okay. Right. Ooh. Amazing health save by Thread and Needle and Metallicize so far. And next turn ought be the kill. Yeah. Seems to have worked out. I don't really want any of those. I'm just gonna dilute the good cards in my deck right now. Double tap cleave would have been ridiculous. Alright, I am going to take 3 damage here, but honestly, that's probably the best result I could have asked for. Metallicize here will block all of their damage forever. Headbutt will kill one of them, and then Rampage comes back to the top. Beautiful. We're covered. And goodbye. I like this deck. I really do. Again, I probably don't want to put any of those in this deck. If anything, it would be fire breathing, but... Alright. It'll give me a little more AoE, and then I don't have to take anything on top of my cleave. I want to upgrade both Double Tap and Rampage as soon as possible. But it's going to be Rampage first. The reason being, Double Tap, when you Double Tap Rampage, you actually get its upgrade for the second hit. I'm probably not going to feed at the right time. Oh, no, I should have done Headbutts, obviously. Whoops. Both of those final hits should have been Headbutts. I'm probably not going to be able to feed for the final hit here, so instead I decided to use it early. Let's get on top of my damage game. Ouch. Well, if I had used the head bash, the headbutt on the first turn, I would have been fine there. Just so you know, it all matters. Having metallicized plated armor should mean that I'm going to be pretty much fine here. I'm obliged, basically, to play Rampage. Unfortunately, I didn't get any blocks in that hand, so I do take 1 damage here and lose another plated armor. There's all my blocks. I mean, if I headbutt to put Rampage back on, I have to. Like, sure, I'm going to take 2 damage here. But now I have straight up 24 damage. So 24 will become 30... 36. So Bash should put you back down into your previous form. Prevents any of that bad incoming damage. So our total armor at the end of this is going to be 9. No, I lose a plated armor if I attack here. God damn. Losing all of those plated armors just by 1 has had a ridiculous effect over the course of this fight. All right, 16. So that's actually going to keep me safe. Next hit, my opponent's going to try and do another 20. I already blocked 6 of it, but it's probably double defend Rampage, I think. 32 would have become 15 on top of... I could have done Bash Rampage there. I definitely could have done Bash Rampage. Not only could I have, I definitely should have. Depends on what other cards we get, but yeah, we can Rampage double tap. We can double tap Rampage and kill next turn. Beautiful. So we didn't actually have to use the regen potion. And although we did a lot of bad things in that fight, it worked out in the end. Bludgeon? I don't really want big hits in this deck. I want to just be able to keep throwing my Rampage back to the top of my deck. I kind of want Brutality because it's gonna thin out my deck by giving me everything in each hand. Transform all strikes and defends. That's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Get more curses in my deck. I don't actually have any way to deal with curses in my deck so far. You can no longer use potions. It's a bad idea. I kind of want to take the cursed key. Transforming all strikes and defends seems interesting until, you know, you do it and then all of them turn into something you can't use and you're like, oh, great, I think it's fucked then. Okay, this has got 2 bosses in the early game and then it can split off to either side. Beautiful. So that means this is definitely the correct path for me. And it's got a bunch of question marks on the way. Ooh, couldn't be better. Set up Metallicize as early as possible. Cleave does more damage than an unupgraded Strike. All right, all right, all right. This is... I've got some faith here. Let's Fire Breathe. Then we'll defend. We'll double tap the Headbutt to put 2 different cards on top of our deck. And that's going to be double tap. And Headbutt. And I did need to use a defend there, otherwise my opponent would have done 1 damage and lost 1 of my plated armor for me. This is why I wanted to put the double tap and everything back on top of my deck, because now I can double Rampage and then headbutt that Rampage back to the top of my deck, and now it does 24 damage. It's pretty good. So double tapping both Headbutt and Rampage is really good. Either or. And once I have double tap upgraded, it can do both in the same turn. Anger is horrible for my deck right now. Intimidate. It's fine. Oh! You can now remove cards from your camps at deck fire. Cards from your deck at campfire. Mm-hmm. Good work, Ryan. Get a relic. Sharon's Ashes. Anytime I exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's really good for an exhaust build. Remove all strikes, remove or obtain 5 bite cards and lose 30% max HP is kind of fine for me. Yeah, because look, 30% max HP, I'm still above the basic max HP that most characters have. Not being able to pick up the shovel is really harsh here. Definitely taking Metallicize. Ooh, Combust? No, this isn't a Combust build. This is a... Yeah, this is a fire breathing build. I could take Immolate. Immolate's pretty interesting. Helps you counter a lot of the... There was actually a commenter that said this. I apologize that I don't remember the name. But there was someone who was referring specifically to Immolate's really, really, really high power in facing later enemies because they fill your deck with statuses and curses. Well, statuses. Maybe I take an Immolate and then remove a card from my deck. Yeah. I'm going to do that. Yeah, it's replaced with a Iron Wave. Don't want it. Right. I'm going to remove a Defend because now I have the ability to heal up off of my attacks. Metallicize needs to be played instantly. Feed? No, Feed actually probably will get a kill against one of the... That's not who I was trying to hit. One of the targets here. Unfortunately, due to the order of attack, they're both going to hit my plated armor, so that's really rough. All right. We definitely cleave and probably immolate here. I'm going to immolate a defense. This is going to deal 3 damage to everyone. We'll bite you. I'm definitely going to need the regen now. And we'll headbutt to put Rampage back on top of our deck. A normal attack against this. I can't attack! God! I forgot about... I keep forgetting that this is about to be an entangle, so I actually don't get to attack next turn. Should have put a defense back on top of my deck. That was really dumb of me. Brutality, fire breathing, double tap, nothing. Ouch. There goes my plated armor. I really need to upgrade all those bite cards soon so they deal a little bit more damage, but more importantly, heal me by 1 more HP. All right. Intimidate had to happen. Metallicize has to happen. I guess we'll bite you. There's a wound in my deck now. Ouch. Yikes, this fight's been brutal. Okay. Slaver. Rampage. We'll headbutt to put that Rampage back on top of the deck. We'll bite, and then we'll headbutt to put that bite back on top of the deck. So hopefully my next turn is like bite, Rampage for the kill. Actually, it's probably Rampage feed. What about bite, cleave feed? Oh, that's gonna work. Fuck yes, that's the best of all worlds. All right, we actually healed up a lot at the end of that fight. Vajra is always really good. I don't really need any of these in my deck. Is my hand ever really empty enough to use a Clash? I guess kind of. I'll take a Clash. Thanks to the extra energy I get from the Cursed Key. Never mind, that's why I shouldn't have taken it. Because I'm not going to be able to use it for long. Crumbs. Alright, we'll make the highest HP one that's buffing itself drop to the ground. Because we're already protected against this attack. This one's going to be 2/5 probably next turn. It's actually got to be double tap the bite, and then I use the headbutt to bring cleave back. Double tapping the bite kills the bird, but it only saves me from taking 3 HP if I do it here. If I hit this bird 3 times, I prevent 12 incoming damage. Alright, then we throw cleave back to the top of the deck. Do I even need to hit you? No. If I could block right now, I would, but I can't, so I won't. I'm going to lose 2 plated armor here. It's going to suck. Next turn's cleave now kills that backliner. Fire breathing cleave. And I can rampage this one. I mean, I can even immolate. Doesn't matter. Bird's dead. Immolate's a lot better now because it's an attack. So fire breathing triggers against all enemies. And then it's an exhaust. So Sharon's triggers. Let's put a... Never mind. I exhausted a card. Forgot about that. I mean, I do have brutality, so Rupture isn't horrible. Okay. I convinced me. As long as I get my, fire breathing and stuff early, this is going to be a good fight. Yeah, let's double tap this Rampage. Okay, I think my AoE will... Yeah, good. Prevent me from taking any damage here. Unfortunately, I still am weakened next turn by the Fat Goblin. Nothing I could have really done about that, though. Alright, Gremlin Leader. I can put the Rampage back on top of my deck using that Headbutt. Almost certainly do as well. Go for Rampage. Unfortunately, that Fat Goblin was going to deal damage and also make me weaker, so couldn't focus on the Gremlin Leader. Plus, I was never going to be able to block all of that, so... I guess for me, it's probably double Metallicized Rampage. But then I can also immolate this so that I can use a Clash. Nice. Fair hit of damage there. I could ignore both of them for a turn. Or I could, like, double bite feed one. All of these involve me playing Rupture, though. Double bite feed one? Yeah. I can't really let them get out of hand. It's pretty much at this point just wait until I get my next Rampage to kill the Gremlin Leader. So, cleave there, then bite there. Then we'll headbutt to put a bite back on top of our deck, and then we'll headbutt to put a headbutt back on top of our deck. Alright. I think we're going to make it out of this pretty fine. We should now just be able to focus on the Gremlin Leader. Yeah. Oh, I'm an idiot! 3 bites first so they can get 6 HP back. Oh, cool. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. It's really late to go for an exhaust build, but I guess I'll take the Seeing Red. It's a good card regardless. So that never leads to the other one, so I can go here. This will never lead to a shop. Thing is, I do need to go to a shop so I can remove the curse. Oh, but I got the campfire. Right, so I can remove it at campfire. Perfect. Lantern's amazing, and then I go here, and then I remove the curse directly from my deck. Okay, so the Peace Piper is actually really handy. Well, I mean, I knew the Peace Piper was handy. It's just I didn't know that I was going to be able to immediately use it. Alright. I don't actually want to immolate anything here. I might actually want to draw some cards. Yeah. It's probably, I mean, that's 8 damage that I'm already blocking. I throw a weaken here, now I'm protected against all damage. I may as well not even bother trying to break through that armor. And also, the Slaver hitting me with a negative effect is going to be really bad, so let's try and stop that. Specifically, the negative effect being the trap. If I get trapped by the Slaver, I'm just taking a turn of damage. Oh, wow, I actually still got hit. Lame. Oh, because the vulnerable applied first from the Slaver. Damn you. Ouch. It's vulnerability, yo. Stop it. Okay. Obviously, drop down another Metallicize. I mean, I can play this whole hand as well. Right, of course I can't. Getting random cards in my hand from this goddamn branch. Damn you, dead branch. You made a fool for me the first, last, and second last, and... Nah, probably you're gonna continue doing it, aren't you? I'm gonna put feed back on top of my deck. Because I think I'm gonna be able to hit him with a feed next turn. Get that max HP going. Build it back up from when I lost all of it to get these strikes. These bites, rather. You want to know how I got these bites? Alright, give me that strength. Fire breathing for 0 is the easiest decision I've ever made in my entire life. Bar none. I'll take 2 potions. Seems pretty useful. Alright. Reasonable bit of damage there. And I've got my Metallicize up. I need to kill the Mystic before it just heals them all. I don't really want to put any of those on top of my deck, so I'm actually going to take the opportunity to just heal again. I think that enemy might have been low enough that the fire breathing would have done the kill, so if that happens to be the case, whoops. You know what? Boom. Hey, well, went for 2. That's pretty good. Oh, you know what? If I'd used the strength potion before I did that, I could have done this correctly. Now I actually have the strength potion just to kill and still not get the bonus. Damn it. Oh, no, I don't because it's Sharon's Ashes. God damn it. I was wrong so many times there. Okay. Let's just intimidate them all. Get a rage. Sure. I don't really want to burn a block out of my deck. Especially because I was able to get 5 damage to all of them using Leto Imprinter there. And I get to take no damage. Ooh, yeah. Alright, alright. Working out pretty well so far. It's definitely Bash Cleave. So I should do that first. Let's see. Red. Cool. Intimidate now kills the backline. There's also non-attack cards in your hand and gain 5 block for each. So that's losing a Brutality, but I get a lot of block. and I get a lot of damage, and I get to make new cards. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Works out pretty well. Alright, I think Feed's still in my deck. Hopefully we draw that now. There it is. Let's double tap a Rampage here. This is a really strong deck. Discerning Monocle is also a really good card. Another Brutality, sure. I do want to just keep removing cards from my deck, but at the same rate, I really, really do need to upgrade, like, Fire Breathing, Double Tap especially. You know what? We'll upgrade Double Tap now. Double Tap needs to be upgraded. Fire Breathing needs to be upgraded. All of those bites need to be upgraded as well. Tower size. Leave. I don't really want Cleave back on top of my deck. I should have played Headbutt first. I don't want Seeing Red. Not yet. Ah, cool. He actually went with Spawn on the first turn. Usually they don't. That makes Cleave a lot better. Okay. There goes Immolate. This one's going to take Feed. Ah, Brutality. Cool. Double tap Cleave. Thank you. And that should be double tapped as well. And then if it's upgraded, even if it's not upgraded, I kill. Brutality's free, and I've just played Rupture, so now I'm getting an extra strength every turn. Unfortunately, Intimidate puts another card in my hand, which could possibly be super heavy. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's better played individually regardless. No, fuck it. Show me. Now, let me... If I could play Fiendfire now... would have been awesome. Damn it. Alright. Fire Breathing. Bash. Bite Time. Problem is, we're going to come up against the turn where my opponent does Hyper Beam, which should be right now. Yeah, 46 damage. A lot of damage. We have to double tap the big hit. Fiendfire will just exhaust my hand. Sure, it'll do 55 damage, but it won't. It won't happen twice. Or will it? Right? Will I get my whole hand back before the second one triggers? Oh, it looks like I do. So then I get to do another 55 damage. I'm just exhausting all of these cards and Dead Branching and Sharon's Ashing. That was really exciting. And it'll kill. Holy shit. That was awesome. I kind of want to take Dark Embrace now. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. Yeah, sure. I mean, the Berserk was probably the correct play, but that's much nicer. Black Star, Elites now drop 2 relics when you kill. I really wish I would have gotten that earlier, but, you know. Alright, I need to hit as many elites as possible. I can see 1 elite on each path, a better elite on the second. Okay, so it's the left side of the map. This is elite rest. Cut in, go for another elite. Real elite. Cool. All right, so it's the left side here. Okay. Fire breathing. Brutality. Bite, headbutt a bite back on top of my deck. Because I'm going to need it, because I'm about to take some damage. So basically my goal seems to be just to heal up after the damage you take. It's not a great goal, but if it works. I'm going to use Seeing Red here, just to see if I can get something worth playing. I mean, yeah, that's worth playing. I didn't want to use Feed. I want to see if I can possibly draw that at the right time. And never mind. It's too late for Feed now. What I should have done is actually just double tap my Bite. Get more HP there. I've got to remember to use my Bite as often as I can. You know what? Fuck it. I've got Corruption, I've got Sharon's Ashes, and I've got Dead Branch. I usually don't like pivoting the kind of whole idea, like the whole work of a run this late, but okay, and I can choose a shop instead of an enemy. Good. Hopefully one of these question mark spaces is a shop though. I usually don't like pivoting this close to an end of a run, but this could be a super degenerate build. Damn. Okay. Really wanted to kill. Alright. Fire breathing, intimidate could kill. Get limit break, sure. Limit break just for some AoE damage and new card. Actually should use that, yeah. Make sure that I only lose one charge of my plated armor. And only a little bit of HP as well. Probably not going to be able to kill them all this round, but... Immolate my pain. Perfect. Let's see. Red. Rampage. We'll obviously add that Rampage back to the top of our deck. Talsize Flame Barrier. Because there's no reason not to. Alright. We've built our own Rampage, and it's going to help us here. Alright. Metallicize as well. Okay, that's one attack I've played this turn, right? And I'm playing two more, so that Darkling is going to die. Let's put that Rampage back on top of our deck. Okay, good. There's only one Darkling left, and this one is definitely going to die in the next turn because I've got that Rampage back on top of my deck. Oh, no. I should have put Feed back. No, wait. I already used Feed earlier. Okay, never mind. Fire breathing again. Sure. This build is getting a lot better. I'm going to lose one Bite from my deck because Brutality and Double Tap are both kind of core. Got some AoE here. Wow. Damn. I believe that worked. Let's put up a defense first, because we will be taking some damage. Holy shit! Okay, if I just got my Corruption there, we could have seen some ridiculous shit. Now you're gonna see some real shit. feed, heal myself up. Let's hold off on killing that spiker, just so that I can make sure that I do it safely. What I need is armor and then bites. I could just feed. Yeah, it's pretty good. Clash is never going to work anymore. I fear none of those are actually good for us. Hey, what up, head? I'm going to drink that to start the fight. Start with a bash. I'll probably immolate the cleave out of my deck. Yeah. It's not necessary right now. Berserk's almost certainly not going to be necessary at any point here. But you know what? Let's give it a shot to be. Especially because that allows me to not play feed, which is what I really wanted to do. Sure, this is just all powers. And I headbutt Rampage back on top. Alright. Now I just need corruption. Come on. I'm so ready. Are you ready? Are you ready for a miracle? Alright, I just need to, as long as I get skills from these exhausts, then this never ends. But I just got a skill. So, well, I just got 2 no skills. So it ended real quickly. And I didn't even get to play my Rampage. I need more skills in my deck for this to work off of. Okay. Let's do that. And that. And defend. And I get Reaper. And Reaper exhausts itself. So I get to draw another card using that. And Body Slam. Unfortunately, none of these exhaust themselves. So I'm, again, at the end of my tether. God damn it. Come on. It can go so much more insane than this. It should definitely do now with seeing red. Alright. Battle Trance. Yes. Defend. We'll entomb. Let's hit up a flame barrier. Uppercut isn't lowered in cost. Alright, so now I need to... I mean, that'll burn itself out of my deck in a second. I need to immolate something I'm definitely not going to play. Probably not Bash. Warcry, and it's an exhaust. It draws cards, or rather it tries to draw cards. It's not going to work. But that's fine, because I just need the things that it gets from the exhaust, and that's the end. We don't get to do any more. God damn it. I mean, come on, that was really cool. It was a lot of damage and a lot of cool stuff done, but it's not working. I need more skills in my deck for that to work. Okay, let's double tap. Searing Blow, yeah, again, that just ended the chain. Super lame. Alright, I guess I now just go bite. It is time. Man. I thought this deck had so much potential. Rampage. Alright. Pantograph and Blue Candle are pretty good, though. Exhaust on non-attack cards in your hand for 5 block each is fine. Alright. Let's rest. I definitely need to smith. And I definitely need to upgrade fire breathing. And metallicize. Let's get metallicize first. Worry primarily about my HP. I definitely need to go to a shop because I can just buy a bunch of relics, but... Perfected Strike, yeah, that's only going to deal its own damage, unfortunately. So I just took all my strikes out of my deck earlier. Alright, I'm going to throw that and then eat you for HP. Okay. Exhaust 0 cards, sure. Pantograph is excellent. It's going to be super handy for me. Alright, let's brutalize. Now we can immolate that defend out of our hand in order to get a new card. Not that great. Gonna need a lot of bites to dig myself out of this hole. Uh-oh. Yes. Come on. Okay. It's just True Grit. That exhausted 2 cards. Then we'll exhaust another card here. Alright, now we're out of cards. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Did a lot of damage. If my deck just had more skills, that would go off forever. Some more card draw. Exhaust that card and draw a bunch of cards. Sure, play that. Card. Oh no, I killed my opponent. I should have just been biting there. Shrug it off is pretty good. But I'm not pivoting my build that entire way, I don't think. Hold coin. God, I need to go to a shop. Oh, okay. This is a rough fight always. Pummel is a perfect card against you. So is Sword Boomerang. Game knows what I need. Should have used Rage earlier than that. Alright. Almost down to half HP off of the start there. That's pretty momentous. It's unfortunate that we've got Fire Breathing and no other attacks in that hand. Because Fire Breathing works excellently against this enemy. Because it triggers in all of those different discrete bursts. Plated armor wears off. That's fine. You already taken most of that off. Alright. Get 8 to block. You're almost certainly dead next turn. Okay, we've exhausted that. We'll go for a bite wherever available. I think I cast enough. Guarantee it. Yeah. There we go. Cool. That was just to try and guarantee that that hit didn't happen. All right, Prayer Wheel and Happy Flower. Yeah. Feel no pain. Wherever card is exhausted, gain 6 block. All right. I'm trying. Move a card from my deck. Beautiful. I will remove Regret, because Pain can actually be pretty good for me. Dark Embrace Pain, and then I get to draw a card. Okay. Ooh, a Bludgeon. Ooh, piece of candy. Alright. We're set up to do some other ridiculous stuff later. If we draw a Corruption at any point, then we're set. Alright. Do I want to double tap Bash, or do I just want to double tap both of my bites. I'm going to do the double tap bash. I just need the enemy to be weak for a fair while here. Thank fuck I have this pantograph. That's going to make life a lot easier on me. Tower size, fire breathing. Then, since my hand's pretty much empty, I'm just going to use the Seeing Red to try and get a new card. And neither of those cards were exhausts. So they don't help me actually start a draw cycle or anything like that. Alright, in order to draw a card that isn't cleave, I'm actually just going to immolate it. Double tap and metallicize, sure. I'm actually protected against your hit here. Whew. 5 different buffs on me? Sorry, 5. 10. Alright. It's corruption time. Double tap that rampage. Alright, no, it has to be Fiendspire. It has to. Alright. Burn him a hell of a lot. Draw a whole new hand. And that should fill entirely. And then burn all of that. Oh. Okay. Oh, we killed him. Fiendspire makes this deck ridiculous. If we had a Fiendspire, I would totally go for it. I think I'm actually going to take armaments here because it's upgraded armaments. I have to go to the shop, unfortunately. All right. Whenever you play a vulnerable, also apply a weak. It's really good. Play 3 attacks in a turn, gets you a block. That's really good. Matroska, it's way too late to play. I'll take a metallicize. I'll take a fire breathing. I'm going to remove the pain. I'm going to take a Regal Pillow and play 3 attacks in a turn, gain a dex, sure. Seems good to me. This is looking like a good win. I'm glad that I pivoted at the very end. Alright, unfortunately we still take 1 damage here. I took the Regal Pillow because I'm actually planning on resting at the next bonfire. Oh, armaments. Guess I'm double tapping my bite only. Yeah, this isn't a great fight for us. But with really high max HP and the Regal Pillow, we'll be healing for, what, 45 when we rest? 30% of your max HP, so that's 30 for me because my max HP is a pretty easy number to work with. Plus 15 from the Regal Pillow. I'm going to drop down the Feel No Pain, hit a bash so that I can drop kick. Headbutt, and we'll bring double tap back, and then we'll headbutt again in order to bring probably armaments, actually. Use defense, and then you're dead. All right, so now we just need to work with the what? 50, 49 HP this Darkling is going to have? No, it's just 46. All right. Corruption. Armaments. Metallicize. Okay. Double tap. All right. That'll do it. Especially with all the double tapping we're doing. Ornamental Fan, Kunai, and especially... Oh, there's another one. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain a strength. Shuriken would be great. These metallicizers, yo. Alright. We'll rest. Go to 83. And then as soon as we go to the final fight, we'll go back up to 100. Donu and Decker. Yeah. Feel No Pain. I love that I can play all of these right now. And I get to put my Rampage immediately back on top of my deck. That's really good. Those Dazes are really going to fuck with me, but thankfully I've got an Immortal in my deck. An Immortal, Oh, no! I've actually got Blue Candle, and Blue Candle will allow me to... What? Curse cards can now be played. I thought it was Curse and Status cards. Shit. Never mind. Everything I said was wrong. Ignore me. No need to immolate. Okay. Our HP is going to take a severe hit here, right? Because we have to just tank a lot of these for a while we build our build. Okay. Here's the start of our build. Alright, the build is getting a lot closer to done. Faster than I thought it was going to. And burn that whole hand as well. Flame Barrier is really good. Armament is really good. Cool. Let's upgrade Flame Barrier here. Then I'll use Flame Barrier. Ooh, Intimidate's also pretty good. Let me use the Infernal Blade. Ooh, Second Wind. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand and gain 6 blocks for each. That's pretty good. That allows me to burn this Evolve. Ooh, I can exhume a card back from the dead. Okay. Unfortunately, the card brought back doesn't cost 0. Unless it already costs 0, maybe. Let's bring back Infernal Blade. Just use it again. Okay, Perfected Strike twice. Then I can Second Wind. Remove all of those from my hand. Get a new hand. Let's dual wield on that drop kick. There's another Shrug It Off. Draw a card. See some red. Get myself some HP. If I had a Juggernaut this whole time, we would have already won. Alright, let's get a Juggernaut up. I don't want to use the Angers, but I will use the drop kicks, because I don't want more Angers in my deck. Alright. That seems pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't have a barricade, otherwise that armor would have stayed with me. Alright. Exhaust artifacts. Sure, let's exhaust all of those power cards from my hand, because I don't actually need those ones. Another card that does just exhaust itself. And this Rage. Ooh, Impervious, thank you. Ah, this is brutal. Alright. I think that's the end of our chain right now. Alright. And we'll just eat you. Goodbye forever, Donu. Oh, man! Dead Branch, Sharon's Ashes. Especially with Corruption and... What was the other one that was really, really working for me? It was Corruption and Dark Embrace. Was allowing me to just always have a hand full, exhaust my whole hand, try and get a new hand, and just continue moving from there. The Thump, the Heart of the Spire, 752 damage. Reasonable. For the moment, let me just say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.